Okay, today we did file reading and writing last day, and actually I have given you small exercise. Hope you can remember. So we were just creating a file which is basically used to write data into an Excel sheet, basically, or Excel sheet or CSV, comma separated version. CSV file. That's what we did last day. Okay, today I said that we have to learn how to search, update, retrieve records from the file. So we need to combine that file reading, writing skills, appending skills, searching also. We have to add that to the particular part. So that's what we are going to do today. So related to the same file, right? So let's go to the file reading and writing again. I hope we have learned the 4 methods of reading a file, which you can read the entire file at one go. So these are the methods, modes. So basically we use R mode for read a normal file. But to read a binary file or image file, we can use RB mode, not just images. So we learned that the binary files can be Word files, Excel files, PowerPoint files, any file, right? It can be any non-text document. So if a file has images, shapes, video, audio, it can be categorized as a binary file. So RB is used to read in binary. R plus is reading and writing, and RB plus is reading and writing in binary. So these are the file modes for reading. Remember, that's very important. So if you are opening a file for reading, file should be there. So what happens if file is not there? It will generate an error, right? If you are reading and if you are reading a file, especially not for writing, if you are reading a file, the file must be there in the specific path. Otherwise, it will give an error, right? So let me show it. So let's say this is your file, and let me create a new file. File new. Okay, let's say I'm going to open a file called f is my file variable, right? F equal open. I'm going to open a file, let's say senali.txt, and I'm going to open that file, just open. So if you are not going to mention a file mode, the file will be open for reading. So let me run this now. I'm going to run this by saving alfed5.py. Okay, then I'm going to run it. You can see no such files or directory. It's giving an error saying no such file or directory. This is without any file mode. If I mention the R file mode, still you will get the error because I don't have a text file called Senali. RB also giving error because I don't have a binary file called Senali in my computer. And even R plus, RB plus, here is RB plus for reading and writing, but still it will give an error because the reading is the first priority. And if you say R plus, it is again reading and writing normal mode, but still give an error since reading is the first priority, writing comes after that. So anyway, it's giving an error because the file is not there. Because the file is not there. So this is very important. Understood up to this level, or if you have any doubt, you can ask. Imesh, any doubts? Senali, do you have any doubts? Okay, good. So let's proceed. Then For writing, this doesn't matter, because if you open a file for writing, you know that if file is not there, it will be created. Right? Here, no errors because file will be created. So let's go to the documents folder, and you can see there is a file called senali.txt because it has created the file for writing. That is in the writing. Even in the appending mode, file will be created. So we learned that. Even in writing modes, appending modes, if file is not there, it will be created. And remember that the specialty of this write-in mode is file will be overwritten. Always the file will be overwritten. A new document will be, new file will be created when you ask to write. But append, in the other hand, it will not be overwritten. In appending, what will happen? Appending will add to the end of the file. Appending will add to the end of the file. Write-in will overwrite and create a new file, but append-in will write to the end of the file. So you can see here, file pointer, starting point at the end. Here, starting point at the beginning. Starting point at the beginning, but here starting point at the end. Right. So that is about, and here it's capable of creating new file. Both append-in mode, write-in modes are capable of creating new files. Right. So this part, actually, this is the summary we have discussed by now. Right. Let's read in binary also. I couldn't show you an example how to read in binary, but let me show one example. And for that, I would like to take which? Okay, I'll take this kind of this image. What is this? My image.jpg. Oh, it's only half of it done. Okay, let's try. Let's go back to the desktop. And can I get some images there? Yes, I have. Okay, I'll use this one, which is in the desktop. Okay, I'm going to write a relative location. Go back, and then you will get desktop. In the desktop, you have this file. So just open that for RB, read in binary. Okay, I'm trying. I try. You can see no errors, means it's right. So now what I'm going to do is, let me write. Once you read in binary, this is F2 equal open. I'm going to open a new file. This time, let's say hello.jpg, and file, I'm opening that file for writing purpose. F2 equal open hello.jpg for writing. Right. Then when I open this file for writing, what I'm going to write? F2.write. Okay, I can write f.read. Whatever I read from F can be written to the F2. And then let's close F2 and also close F1 or F.close. Close in both files. Let's run the code. And so after this execution, right, must be str, yes, it should be right in binary RB. So let's run it again. Okay, no errors. Just within a second, this has happened. Let's go and see. There should be a file called, what's the name? Hello.jpg. Yeah, here, hello.jpg. And when I open that, you can see the picture that I have written is there. That is actually from the desktop. From desktop, I read this. And so reading, writing in binary is also not difficult. Only thing is you can't print that. Because the binaries, you will not be able to see the data. You can see the data, that data are not readable. So let me show that why I'm telling like that. If I read line, I'm just reading only one line. And if I print it, see what happened. I'm just reading one line. And you can see this is what a single line is. This is what a single line is. So this is what a binary line. Binary means you can see it is X. X means hexadecimal. It's given hexadecimal byte. Read in hexadecimal byte. So these are byte. This is 1 byte. So 1 byte means 0x is 1 byte. 06, 05 is another byte. 08 is another byte. Byte by byte it will read. It will read byte by byte. So let's write only one line and see whether we can see that. So what we are going to do, we are going to write only, yes, one line maybe. F dot write, okay. F2 dot write, sorry, F2 dot write. I'm going to write this single line. So let's run this, and you can see once written, it will create the hello file. But this time, if you open this hello, it's nothing, right? It's only 39 bytes. When I open this, you can see nothing. It's damaged because it won't be recognized. Only one line. No? So let's write few lines, maybe for k in range. I'm going to write 100 lines, right? For k in range 100, and I'm writing, I'm writing 100 lines. So let's see what will happen after writing, right? It seems it's written the 100 lines, and I'm going to open the file this time, and you can see this is what the result is. So what do you think? Is it the same image or different from the original image? Yes. So shall I open the original image? This is the original image which we have started reading. So you can see on the top, the original image, in the bottom, the written image. Any difference? I just read 100 lines and written.
Pixels are different.
Yes, which is higher quality, the original or written one?
Original.
Yes, original has higher quality. Why?
Because all the lines are written.
Yeah, in the original one, all the lines are going like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going like, let's say, this is okay. If I open this, it will not write each and every line. Lines will go. The first set of lines will be it's something like this. Okay. So there are two kind of images: interlaced images, and some images, when you load the images in Google, it will first display a low quality version, but slowly it will update the quality, right? It will first show the low quality version and slowly it will update the quality. Actually, lines are with bit distance. මේ lines අතර gap එක වැඩි. පොඩක් ඈතින් ඈත තියෙන. එතකොට මේ ඈතින් ඈත තියෙන lines ටික තමයි ඉස්සලම write කරන්නේ මේ තියෙන්නේ. You can see these pixels, right? There is a gap. So that's why you cannot see the exact original image with that quality. But let me do something. So let me limit the lines, right? I'm going to limit it to 50 lines maybe. This won't be asked in the examination, right? Don't worry. This won't be asked in the examination, and I'm running it. And this time I have only 50 lines. Let's go to the documents and open this hello.jpg. And this is it. And you can see, now 50 lines is not enough to fill the picture, right? Therefore, half of the picture is written. Understood? Right? Because when you keep filling, 50 lines will be over by here. Method the 50 lines. I hope you can understand, right? But if you continue like 70, 75 lines, then the entire picture will be created. But still, these lines, let's say 70 lines this time, I'm going to update it to 70 lines. Maybe the entire picture will be written. Okay, done. So let's see the 70 line version now. Yeah, still not enough. I think 80, around 80 lines. right? Anyway, so let's update it to 80 now. And let's see whether we can print all the lines. Anyway, this is rough image, right? This can be used to reduce the quality of the image also. You can see this is 27 this time. Yeah, it's, yes, it's filled. But if you can write, okay, 80 is this, but let's double 160. Then more lines will be printed. 180, 160. 160 will double the quality. Okay, let's open. And now we can see the quality is better than the previous ones, but still it's not perfect. So this is the original, right? This is the original. And it's not perfect. It's not quality like that one, but still you have some quality. So likewise, you can, so let's print maybe more lines. Let's say, let's print 1,000 lines. If you print 1,000 lines, you can see a qualitier version of image because it has printed around 1,000 lines. Now let's go and open the documents, hello.jpg. You can see 224 KB and the quality is a bit higher than the previous two versions. But still, I'm not sure whether I got the original. Size of the original file is this. The size of the original file is 224, yeah, 224. And size of this also 224. So I hope everything is included here, right? Then all of the lines are written. So, okay, so this will give you some exposure. So please do this, please write down this. And remember that this is the path related to my computer, but in your computer, the images will be in different location, right? ඔයාලගේ computer එකට අනුව මේ image එකේ path එක වෙනස් වෙයි. Try in your computer. So please do this in your computer. Okay, take it down, please. ටක් ගාලා ලියා ගන්න. So this is how you write and read binary. So this is very important. So another thing, you can try to read two files. Right? You can try to read two files and write them. So how? So let's say, do these experiments, do these experiments and see what will happen. Let's go to the desktop and this is another one. Okay, there's another file and what's it? Okay, I'll take the smaller version. Okay, what is this? It's also it's a bit larger. What is this? Okay, I'll take this one, this jh.jpg. Let's say, do these experiments. This will be really, really interesting. So don't, experimenting is better always, right? To get better idea what's happening and all. Today I'll teach you the other part also, how do we search and how do we read. This is the second file. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to read the first line and write it. And at the same time, I'm going to read the second line from F1. And I'm going to first close this also, F1.close. So let's do this 100 times. I'm going to write the line from the first one, line from the second one. So this will jumble, right? Let's see what is the output. Let's see. I'm reading two files and trying to write that. Let's go to the document and where's my hello? Okay, it's corrupted. You can see it's corrupted. Yeah, cannot be open. So let's try for more. Maybe 1,000. Maybe the information, the like initial information, it get damaged. That's the reason that why I cannot see that. The meta information, yes, it got damaged. That's the reason. So let's try for something like this. Okay. I'm going to write the information related, maybe first 50 lines from the first file, right? First 50 lines from the first file. After that, the next set of lines, again, next set of lines from the maybe another 60 from this. because first 50 lines are very important. It has information about the file. Okay, I got some output. So let's see. Now you can see, right, okay, only the first 50 lines, right? After that, the next set of lines, it seems it's not written. So likewise, you can just try, just give a try next 60 lines. Next 60 lines from the first, second one, maybe. This is 600 lines. I'm not sure whether you can do that. There is a better way of doing that, Pute. Yeah, you can see the information of the second file is missing. Still, you can see the first file only. Maybe you can try to add the bytes. And write that. That is another way of doing that. But okay, no need to think that much. So just do that. Do the first one. Otherwise, like you will be confused. This is enough. I'll give you 5 minutes. Just do this. Create and write in binary, please. After that, let's move to the example that we discussed last day, right? Right, let's do the other part today. So that is reading. Actually, last day we just created a file and we have, okay, this one, right? We have put data or information into this file. This is actually when you start writing the file. So this is the last day work, right? You just open a file and then start writing the headings. And after that, 10 times you wrote maths marks, science marks, and English marks. Sorry, maths marks, English marks, and ICT marks, and also the total marks and the average marks. We just wrote them to a CSV or comma separated version file. So today what we are going to do is we are going to read that file, and also we are going to search the file, and also we are going to update the file, and we are going to delete records from the file. So let's do that part. So this has some important steps in the examination. Some of the points will be tested and asked, so related to this exercise that we are doing today. Most of the essay questions came from this area. Essay questions ගොඩාක් ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන මෙන්න මේ section එකකින් මේකෙන් තියෙන දේවල් එහෙනම් හොඳට අල්ලගන්න කරලම බලන්න. So rather than just writing this in your book, so my advice is do this. Right, do this in your computer and experiment this. Okay, so let's do this. Right, today we are not going to write that file, and instead of that we are going to read the file. So I'll comment everything from here to here using single line comments. Actually, this is the actual way of commenting in Python, but there are multi-line comments. That is illegal. Actually, not illegal. That is not that is not formal. You cannot say illegal, it's not formal, but still you can use triple single quotation for having a multi-line comment, because triple single quotation will introduce string, a multi-line string. So whatever inside this triple singular quotation, until you finish the triple single quotations, it will remain as a string. Therefore, we can treat that as comment 2. But that is informal, not formal. Formal comment is hash. Okay, let's go back and I'm going to read the file. This time the file is same and I'm going to open it for reading. Now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to read this and display the content. To do that, I'm going to read for line in file, for line in file, MF, right? MF, for line in MF. Then, so let's print it. Print the line with end with nothing, and finally close the file. MB close. So it should have 10. Okay, last day, yes, this will read all 10 lines from the file. Actually, I don't like this method. I would like to show this in a kind of tabular format. Even in command line, I would like to show this using kind of a table. But to do that, I have to take item by item. So here, this is actually a list. Items separated with a comma. So I can apply list operations like split. Not a list, actually, sorry, a string operation. This is a string. A single line is a string. I can apply list operations. I can convert the string to list by splitting. If I still split it using comma. I can split. Comma is actually the delimiter. Comma is actually the delimiter, how we are going to separate it. And okay, let's do this. Now I'm going to split the line and print it. What will happen when I split? You can see everything will be printed in a list format. And after each list, let me end. Okay. Let me write like this without ending it with empty. I'm going to print it. And now you can see everything printed are lists. How many lists? So we had 10 records, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Including the heading 11. There are 11 lists. Okay, still I couldn't do my work. I need this in tabular format. Okay. Then I will assign this to a variable. Let's say line, okay, line list. Line list equals splitted 1. Then after that, you can try to print, sorry. Okay, within is there, splitted. Then you can try to print the items. How you can print the items? Actually, maybe another for loop for, can say for k in range, or for k in line list. Print k. So what will happen? It will start printing items at a time. Okay, you can see. But vertically, downwards. The one item take a print now. Yeah. Headings, next set, next set, next set. But only it's printed in this way, right? I just need it the other way. So I'm printing end with a tab, maybe. End with a tab. And after finishing a line, let's print empty line. Now what? Okay, you can see. Now it looks nice. Student name. Then it comes maths mark, English mark, IT marks, total marks, average mark, but not aligned properly, right? Because of these headings, I guess. Yes, because of the headings, it's not aligned properly. I can just ignore this one. No need to print a line because the line will automatically come. Okay, still. Print K and end with tab. Then student name comes. Maths mark, English mark, IT marks comes. Okay, you can see what is happening there. So it's printing but not aligning. The reason is like heading, in heading, yeah, the gap. So here this is a bit larger and these are quite smaller. Therefore, the alignment is not properly happening. And for the first line, what I can do is, okay, I'll do this for the first line. I'll first print the first line. First line, what I'm going to do in the line list. Okay, done. And then you can do something like this. What happen if you two tabs? What will happen with two tabs? It's going here and there. Tab with some spaces, maybe 1, 2, 3 spaces. Okay, still it's not coming. Okay, here I'm getting a tab, I guess. End with a tab. So why there is, okay, let's end with space, right? End with some spaces without tabs. Right. That space come to the first line itself. So that is the problem. Okay, let's do something like this. So the space come here as well. So let's keep as it is, right? Without any spaces. Then it's printing everything like this. Okay. Then after each line, okay, just print the K. What will happen? The element will be, it's going downward, right? පල්ලෙහාටනේ print වෙන්නේ එහෙම දුන්නොත්. එහෙනම් ඒක end එක දෙන්නත් ඕන. End කරන්න space එකකින්. And after each line, print a new line. Then there will be line space. Right, okay. You saw that in the last line, there was a small thing I would like to show here. There's a new line character. That's why the new line automatically comes. Right, that's why the new line automatically comes, because when you go there, there is a new line character. So let's remove that new line. I think better if we can remove that new line. How can we do that? That's come in the last line basically. So you can just print like this. Okay, so let's print not the K. I'm going to do something like this. K in range length of the line list. K in range length of the line list. And if for the last line, if let's say if K equal length of the line list minus 1, that means if it is the last item, if it is the last item, I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to print that item line list, that item K, but I'm not going to print the last two characters. I can say from the beginning up to -2. From the beginning, start from the beginning, go up to -3 or -2. Don't print the last line. So this kind of instruction can be done. So likewise, you can customize. Okay, now line list K. sorry, from the K, start from the beginning, go up to -2. Okay, then let's see what will happen. This is only for the last line, right? Last line. Then the last space should not be okay. Let's print in only the last one. The average. Average, yes. Average, last 2 characters are dropped. Last 2 characters, you can drop last 3 characters also. Okay, there it is. Just drop the last 3 characters, right? So this can be done, and let's end with nothing, because there is a line separator which will always go begin. Now you have the average, so it's dropping last 2 character from here also. There's a problem, right? Anyway, so this is bit difficult, right? Bit difficult, organizing this in the tabular format because of the spacing problem, actually, nothing else, because of this spacing problem. Otherwise it's easy, and maybe you can try. Okay, let's forget about this. Let's write the normal loop for K in line list. Print the K, right? That's simple. Print K and end with a tab. So this is simple. So let's forget about the spacing. So because we can't make it, we have to actually do some advanced work. Count the number of characters. Based on the number of characters, we have to add the spaces. Right? Character by character, we have to add the spaces. Now you can see if I can add K plus some space, what will happen then? You can still see K plus some space. No, it won't. Be tab and 2 spaces and tab, what will happen? Still that counts, right? 2 tabs is too much. Tab and spaces. Okay, now maths, English, IT1, I couldn't find any space. Anyway, so this should be controlled one by one, Puti. This should be controlled one by one. Name tik issalama liyanna wenawa. Okay, for K in, you can say for K in range, length of line list. I was trying easy method, but it is not happening. But there are easy ways to do that. There are libraries. Hadapu code thiyena. These libraries can be included to display in the tabular format easily. But I'm not going to use any library here. Instead of that, I'm going to do manually. You can say print, then print the 0th item, make a 0th item maker. After that, a tab, maybe 2 tabs after this, and after that, the first item of the list. Likewise, if you proceed, okay, I'll show this part only. Now see, it's printing. Oh, so why is that? In range. Oh, K in range, length of line list. This should be K, and this should be no, it's okay. And end with nothing. No, still too much. What has happened? For line list split. Okay, line list is this. Let's print it. Okay, it's printing all the lines. Now, in each line list, we have to do something like this. Okay, another loop for k in range length of line list. K in range length of line list. You have to print the particular line list item k. Then you can see it's displayed like this. And you have to end with nothing. Now come the particular list and the items. Let's end with the tab key. Now comes the list, which is separated with the tab. Okay, the list and which is separated with the tab. Actually, for the last one, I don't need the tab, right? For the last item, I don't need the tab. So that can be done if k equals length of this minus 1. That means for the last item, I don't need the tab. I need to print the general line without the tab. But here, else only, I need to print the tab. Now some discipline or now some organization. For the last line, I'm not getting the tab. Okay. Then I don't need the list also. See here. Now I'm printing the list and also the items. For the first item, if k equal 0, that means the first item. For first item, I need how many tabs? I need 2 tabs. Only for the first item, I need 2 tabs. Else if or elif. You now see, for the first item, I'm getting 2 tabs. The student name, you can see the 2 tabs are there. Right. But there is another condition. If this is too large, right? And I have to say, and what is the next condition? How many characters here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8 or more characters. Then no need to have. Okay, and length of this one is less than 8. Then only this one, right? Okay, now 2 tabs applied only for this one. No 2 tabs. May they 2 tabs in it. Length and it's only 1 tab, right? Now you can see maths, English, somewhat okay. And IT is not there. IT is here. That is a problem. Maybe you can add 1 space also. Here another space maybe. Yeah, no space here. Here one space maybe. Okay. Still you get the English one correct, maths one correct, but again you have to write like this, Pute. So I know this is like, it's difficult, but item by item you have to print. So the first item and the second item, you know, already aligned. For the third item, for English, for k equal 3, you have to do something like this. A leaf. Let's say k equal 2. For the second item, we can put how many tabs? Second item also 2 tabs. Then you can see, then it goes here. And also for English, you don't need. So likewise, you have to carefully arrange these things. But carefully arrange these things here, because of this space, it goes to the next line, right? That's the reason. Only for heading, you can do something for the heading. Likewise, one by one, you have to format. I know it is difficult, but you have to do like that if you want to really apply maybe some spaces. You can just give a try to format this. Anyway, this is how you display the content. Tab දෙක ගහන එක හොඳයි මම හිතන්නේ. tab දෙකක් දාන එක තමයි හොඳම දේ. For maths also, maybe k equal 1, 2 tabs. Okay, now maths is there, English is there. This one is not there. 1 or 2. Now for 1 and 2 both, it will get 2 tabs. Okay, maths is here, English is here, but IT should come here. For headings, you have to write a different code. It seems. For headings, you have to write a different code. Because of the headings tika venam print karagena hitiyana lazy. Let's skip the headings. Let's skip the headings. You can skip. Okay, let's put a counter. C equals 0. You can skip it if C equals 0, then continue. Else in this part, you can say C equals C plus 1. That means you are ignoring the first line. When you ignore the first line, the other will be and C equals 0 continues. C equals C plus 1. C equals C plus 1. C equals 0 continues. C equals C plus 1. C equals C plus 1. Else this one continues. When come back again, C equals C plus 1, you can see. Initially, let's put C equals C plus 1 here and C equal 1. Continue, then what will happen? Okay, you can see. Now you can see the alignment. Alignment comes because alignment is missed because of these things. And after that, alignments comes properly. Now what you have to do is write the headings properly. Headings tika පිළිවෙල ලියා ගත්තන ඔතනින් පස්සේ. Other things you can see aligned properly. Okay, but they give a try. Please write down this quickly. After that, I'll explain how to update and delete, right? This took so much of time of the because of the alignment. Please write down this. After that, we'll try for the next one. You can try different method. This is what I got, which came to my mind now, but maybe in a different time, I can come up with a different answer. So just give a try. It will give you optimize or better way of doing this other than my answer. Maybe my answer is also too much. Okay, to do that, actually, we need to search. So now you know, printing itself is having the searching facility, right? Why I'm telling like that? Okay, let's say you want to search for, okay, Kishani. It's very simple. So if you want to search Kishani, so what you can do is here, let's say input. Okay, let's say name equal input. Enter a name to search. Okay. Then when you're searching like this, so the zeroth comes name, right? Zeroth is name. And you can just search like this. Okay, let's say if k 0, if sorry, if k or if line list, this line list 0th item equal to the name, you're searching by name, and then you can, so let's skip this, or you can say print found, just to show whether you find that. Okay, let's print it now. Enter name to search. I'm searching Sachini. Okay, you can see it's found. It's printing for everything, but anyway, says found, right? Sachini found. Okay, search. Let's search for some other name. Let's say you want to search for Kishani. Okay, you can see the record indicates found. So when you find that, what you can do is you can skip that. Okay, print first instant when you find print found, and skip the rest. How to skip the rest? You can continue. Skip the rest. Skip the remaining thing. So, okay, what you can see here? Searching for Amali. Okay, you can see found, and after that it's, oh, you can break it. Break-in will stop the process. I'm searching for Amali, and you can see it's found, right? Amali found. You break in, make him break. When I break, when you break, it will go back. So the first time you found, saying found, and you break. No need to go through the other things. You break and go to the next item. The next item will be the next list. There is one thing. So this is one thing, or you can include this in here. Right here. Okay. Then see if line you have to check like this. If name in line, name is in the line, found and break it. Now let's see what will happen. Then කලින් loop එකට දැම්මම I'm searching Amali, and you can see, okay, fourth is Amali is found. After that, you are not doing anything. The main loop is halted, stopped after finding. So searching can be done this way. Searching can be done this way. Let me, once found, you can skip or you can ignore. That can be done. Okay, so anything, right? Continue is basically skipping and going to the next. If you put continue, it will skip and go to the next. Skip a line skip kala ilangata eකට යනවා. So let's find Amali again, and you can see except Amali, other things will be there. Except Amali, other things will be there. But if you break, you can halt or you can stop the listing process. So that is how the searching happens. Please add search into your code. Let's say Amid. Please add search to your. Searching can be used to update and delete easily. But when you search, that means the item is there. No? Now it is a matter of updating that or deleting that. Let's say how to delete it first. Enter, let's say, name to search. Right? When you found the item, let's say enter name to delete. I'm updating like this, right? Enter name to delete. When you found the item, you are breaking through now. So I'm continuing. And here I'm removing found thing and I'm just removing that. Instead of that, I'll put okay. Instead of that I can put print deleted and into the beginning name plus space deleted successfully. Name deleted successfully, and I'm just printing deleted successfully and continuing that, right? So let's do that. But actually I'm not deleting anything, right? I'm not deleting anything. Let's say I want to delete Gihan, and when you go like this, you can see Gihan deleted successfully. It says Gihan deleted successfully. Right? Gihan deleted successfully. And actually, so this part, I don't want to print this. Let's comment everything. Oh, sorry, it's triple single quotation. Here also triple single quotation, and okay, run it again, and you can see now only the message, right? So I'm asking, okay, I need to delete Menaka. It says Menaka deleted successfully, but actually speaking, it's not deleted. It's there. Only thing is, it will not be printed. It's there, but it will not be printed. So what? How can we delete? So I'm going to do a small trick here. I'm going to apply a small trick that I will create another file, new file. That is, I'm opening marks2.csv and for writing purpose. So then what? Then what I'm going to do, instead of printing the items, right? You can see instead of printing the item, what I'm going to do here. So it's printing this. If the name is there, then you can see it's printed, it's deleted now. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to else. I'm going to else part. In this else part, I'm going to write that to the new file. New file is this dot write. So I can write that line. I can write that line. But in case if name found in the line, continue. Otherwise, it will write. And after that, so this is also not needed for the moment. After that, I can close the file. So which file I'm going to close? I have to close MF. Not only MF, I need to close the other file also. So what is that? New file. Close in MF and close in the new file. But when you do like this, nothing will happen. So let me show. Nothing will happen actually. Something will happen. So let me show that first. Not nothing. Unexpected indent. All right. So this should happen in front of this. Let's run this. And you can see I'm deleting Menaka. You can see Menaka deleted successfully. What is happening here? When I go to my documents, if I open marks.csv, this is the file. And you can see this is the file. It has these details. Then let's go to the marks2.csv. Yes, marks2.csv. In marks2.csv, you can see one file is missing. You have Dasun, the first line is also skipped. Dasun, Kasun, Milan, and all these things. But except Menaka, other records are there. Except Menaka, other record and the headings, other records are there. So now you saw what has happened. I have created another file, which actually I don't want to delete the first, skip the first line also. I need the first line too. Therefore, I'm just removing this. To make it simple, I'm removing this as well. I'm writing it to a new file. Okay, whatever the existing data, I'm writing it to a new file. Then I can do something like this also. I can, okay. Here I'll create, like now I have two files now. This is new file. And let's say backup file, BC file. I'm creating another file also. Opening another file for writing. That is backup.csv. And I'm writing each and every record to the backup file. So understand this carefully, right? I'm writing each and every record clearly to the backup file. Each and every record, the lines, right in the backup file. Then the not new file, the backup file. I'm writing that to the backup file. So finally, I'm closing the backup file also, BC file. Now I have three files. Backup file is same as the my file. New file is the same file, but without that search name. A search කරපු name එක ඇරෙන්න ඉතුරු records ටික තමයි new එකේ තියෙන්නේ. MF එකයි backup එකයි සමානයි. Okay, finally, after writing this, what I'm going to do, okay, I will do small thing after this. A one-line code. I'm opening, let's say, alt equal open marks.csv for writing. That I'm opening the alt file for writing. Then new equal, I'm opening my new file. The new file name is marks2. That is for reading. After all the operations, I'm reading, opening this for you. Then for old file, I'm writing the new file content. After that, I'm closing the old file and also close the new file. Now actually what will happen? I have three files initially, marks file, which is the original, marks2, which is the new, which is missing, like which will skip this data, which will skip this data. Backup file is same as the original file. Then I will skip and write to the new file. Delete karan on a record, take a skip color, write karan new data. The data which is to be deleted will be ignored and written to the new file. After that, I'm opening the new file and writing the content of new file to the old file. That means old file will be replaced. But still, you have a backup here. This backup is there. So why the importance? What is the importance of the backup today? We can replace, in case some error, we can still get the old file. That means we can undo that. Actually speaking, we are not deleting anything. What we do, we will skip and write to a new file. And then new file, the old file will be replaced by the new file. That's what we are doing. We'll skip and write, then the old file will be replaced. That's all. And also you have a backup file. That is the advantage. Let me run the code and I'm going to delete Amali. Amali deleted successfully. Let's see that. Let's see that. Let's go to the document and marks.cs. We can see Amali is not there. If you open, where's Amali? Amali is not there. You can see. So, but when you go to the backup file, backup BACK here, in the backup file, the record Amali is there. It's not deleted in the backup file. So you can always recover the file recover the deleted one from the backup. It's like moving to the recycle bin. But you can see the marks is already updated. Right? And the print mark, you know how to print marks and all. So let's print the lines. After that, you can think of printing the lines. For line in again, you can open for reading. For line in my file, you're splitting and displaying it. So let's run this after the delete operation. So let's run it. EOF, something wrong. Okay, you can see I want to delete Kishani this time. And you can see the other records except Kishani will be there. Other records except Kishani will be there. Likewise, you can think about the updating part also. I'll keep that to you. Try for the updating also. And what I'm going to do is I'll send you the file. Let me upload the file and please go through the file, open this file in, edit this file with IDLE. I'll be sending the file. This is February 5th. Just go through that and try for update query also. Update query ka try karan. Not the query actually. So same thing, you have to again search. When you find the records, re-enter the data. Re-enter the data means last week we did. Enter maths mark, English mark, IT marks and the name, and update the record and try to do the same with that. With the particular exercise, I'll be finishing the file reading, writing. Next day, we have to study about, I hope we have already finished a lot of parts. Did we finish list tuple dictionaries?
Yes.
Did we finish functions?
Yes.
Right. Now I think the remaining is, I guess, sorting and searching, right? That will be the last topic. Right. Let me know if we have not done anything. Go through your syllabus again. I know how to download. I think you know how to download this syllabus. So get it from NIE, go through the syllabus and let me know if I skipped anything. I hope I have finished everything. So next day we'll finish that sorting, searching algorithms. Searching actually we have already done. Sorting, we need to know about the bubble sort and in search and sort, selection, sort algorithms. I'll do that part next day and finish the syllabus. Okay, good night.
Yes.
Okay.